Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're playing my favorite deck, Blue-White Familiars. This deck relies on Sunscape Familiar to cost reduce all of our blue spells. Also cost reduces green spells, but that doesn't come up here. And it gives us some small combos, specifically with Ghostly Flicker, which says exile 2 artifacts, creatures, and/or lands you control, return those cards into the battlefield under your control. And then you use Archaeomancer, which when it enters the battlefield, you return an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. So if you have two familiars in play, Flicker costs 1, you can Flicker Archaeomancer and Island forever. That's infinite ETBs for 0 mana. And then with Godpharaoh's Faithful in play, it says whenever you cast a blue, black, or red spell, you gain 1 life. So that's infinite life. Pretty sweet. Now, if you have two Archaeomancers, you can use Ghostly Flicker, so every 1 mana you can get back a spell. And if you have Snap, which says return creature to its owner's hand, untap 2 lands. If you have 2 familiars and Snap, Flicker, 2 Archaeomancers, you have infinite unsummons for anything. And now, you could also do that with 1 familiar, 1 Chancery, and 1 island, because the Chancery produces 2 mana. So this is 1, 2, 3 mana the total cost would be. You have infinite snaps. So that's the combo version of the deck. Otherwise, the deck is going to be playing more of a control route. Because we're not playing any Sage's Row Denizen Mill combo, we're going to be trying to kill our opponent with the Modern Age. It turns into a 2/3 flyer, and it loots. And we're going to be attacking with Mole Drifter, my favorite card. And we're going to be trying to disrupt them in this deck specifically with this card that Zoohn pointed out to me is very good in Pauper, Foil. So it says you may discard an island card and another card rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Now what do we want to discard? We want to discard Prismatic Strands or Deep Analysis. So then we pitch an island and a Deep Analysis for Foil. So this costs 0 mana. Immediately flashback Deep Analysis for 2, and we've completely made up all the card draw, or the loss. And we also have Prismatic Strands because Kuldotha Red is huge in the meta right now, and it's a really good spell to pitch to Foil because you can flash it back for free. In order to play Foil, I actually changed the mana base a little bit. I had 2 Evolving Wilds here that I've changed to Glacial Floodplain, which is a Plains Island. There's also a new Plains Island in Dominaria, but I'm on theme because I have all these snow islands because the art is so sweet. Pixel lands are awesome. And then I actually thought about having 4 Ash Barrens and 3 Chanceries, but I think that picking up the island with the Chancery to pitch it to Foil is actually super good, so I'm only going to be playing 3 Ash Barrens. Otherwise, the deck is pretty straightforward. We've got 4 Preordains, 4 Cantripping, 2 Ephemerates, which in this controlling build are really awesome because you can just Ephemerate Archaeomancer, gets a spell back, and then you just keep locking out your opponent with Ephemerate. Ephemerate on Mole Drifter is also, without even a cost reducer, is 4 mana to draw potentially 6 cards, because you can evoke the Mole Drifter for 3, and then hit it with the Ephemerate and draw 2, plus draw 2 off the ETB, and then draw 2 on your next turn, so you've drawn 6 cards. It's pretty sweet. So the synergies here, we got Modern Age, Deep Analysis, really good. Modern Age can also pitch Strange, Foil can pitch Deep Analysis. It's been, I think, my most successful list so far. And here, what's interesting is I used to be playing some actual counters like Prohibit, Loose Focus, Counterspell in the main, but I'm actually just going to be going straight to these only foils. And Foil can actually be 2 mana Counterspell once you have 2 familiars in play. So it's an early game emergency eject button, and it's a late game counterspell, which I do like. In the sideboard, I'm playing 2 Revoke Existence and 4 Dust to Dust, specifically to target Affinity. Unfortunately, Affinity is still very big in the meta, and we don't want to lose to it immediately when we face it. But one interesting thing is we can bring in the Dust to Dust and the Revoke Existence, hold the foil in hand, not even bring in the Hydroblast, and then Dust to Dust with the foil backup. That would be awesome. Now, we're also playing 6 Hydro effects because of red decks, and then 3 random counters. I found that in the mirror, I just wanted more counters, and Like, we just don't have that much stuff to bring out. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of cyber space, so we're bringing in Lose Focus, Prohibit, and Foil. So that's the deck, and we'll see you in the matches. We're here in round 1 versus Blood Pet, who taught me to play FAMs with their YouTube channel, so that's pretty cool. We're going to mulligan this because we don't do anything early, unfortunately. We have Foil, Snap. This is also not good enough. We're not doing anything. We're going to mulligan again. We have Faithful, Modern Age, Muldrifter, Ephemerate. I'm going to keep. I think we have to get rid of... We just need to draw cards here, so... Maybe just Faithful and Ephemerate. I want to have Drifter Ephemerate to rebuild my hand, but I think it might just be too much. We don't know if they're going to have removal spells and stuff. Alright, let's go. So now we'll just see what they play. We might want a Modern Age right away. We might want a Familiar right away. Mountain. Okay, so we have to Modern Age right away. Fortunately, we didn't keep the strands. Cast the Modern Age. That doesn't feel good, but I think I have to get rid of the planes. I want the Snap Familiar. And we're kind of hoping they don't draw land off of that synthesizer. I didn't want to play out the Familiar because they could have just bolted it there. Chain Lightning me. Alright, well, we have a good plan post board versus this deck. Draw a card. Okay, we discard a Snap. So let's just snap this. Play Faithful. Pass. Pass again. Not good to multiply versus a fast deck like this. Now he's planning out his turn. Trying to figure out if he can kill the Faithful plus get in. Gonna have a blocker on the next turn. And I'm gonna want to play out the Familiar and then hopefully get the Muldrifter on the table. There's a Rebirth. Galvanic. Gets in, so we're just not going to block again. Okay. Familiar. Pass. Interesting they didn't have another land, so that means they didn't have a land in their hand. So we can wait to see if they have another land here. They could just bolt the Familiar. Plays a Synthesizer. And an Epicure. So if he taps the land for the Epicure, I think I'm safe to block with the Faithful, but I'm not sure. I'll probably have... Nope, there's the land. Okay. Glider down. So I just take 3. If he has... This is 4 damage. If he has a Lightning Bolt, it would be 8 total. Could just bolt this here. That's annoying. It's pretty annoying. Familiar. Draw 2. Darn. I mean, I could have evoked the Muldrifter hoping for the Ephemerate, but I didn't think I was going to get there. Alright. So that's lethal anyway. 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to the post board. Get rid of those. We're going to bring in all these Hydros. Going to trim. And that should be good. Familiar doesn't help cast the blue blast anymore. Or basically I trim the familiar because it's not super good. It's a blocker, but or we could bring in the familiar as a blocker and then cut one deep analysis. Maybe that's fine. Because it does help cast the prismatic strands. Lately, these decks have been bringing in Molten Rain, so we have to be aware of that. I guess this first game shows that on the blind, you probably want to keep the Faithful. Okay, this is pretty good. Keep. We have stuff. We have stuff to do. Land, land, land. I mean, we have a lot of tap lands, but we're going to be playing Sunscape, Snap, all the good stuff. And we can preordain. Star, not a relic. That's nice. I think I do want these. We're going to get another floodplain, play the floodplain, then we can Modern Age, or we can play the floodplain, we can snap Familiar Modern Age. But I kind of want to be able to go Drifter, Flicker, Drifter. I guess if I'm flickering the Drifter and it's hitting a floodplain, it's not super good. Oh man, I wonder if he doesn't hit a land. Does hit a land. So let's just snap a token. Could have a Pyro. Okay. It's kind of a weird thing to Pyro. It's gonna have a lot more Pyros. Ah, son of a gun! Why you gotta do that? I can't even... So I just need lands and spells, I guess. It's really annoying. I really dislike Molten Rain as a strategy, as is known, I guess. So we're just almost dead here. One burn spell kills me no matter what. Snap-a-doo. He had the Pyro, and then the Molten Rain, and another Pyro right here, and then a Bolt. Can you just not? Okay. Play Familiar. Play Mortuary Mire. So we were dead if we didn't do that, and now we're just dead anyway. Oh man, that's kind of ridiculous. So let's see if we can draw an island. No. Just discard Mancer. We're taking 4 damage, so they just need a bolt. They'll probably just Molten Rain this for okay. Fire Blast. Jeez, this deck. Okay. See you in the next round. Alright, round 2. Here we go. Okay, so now we have our foil quote unquote combo. So I feel now I'm safe. Can't believe we just got Molten Rained out of the game immediately. Alright, let's go. We have Faithful, Deep Analysis, Foil, Chancery. So we're going to go land, pass, and see what we're up against. Almost nothing will get foiled on turn 1. Forest. Are you kidding? Okay, Nettle Sentinel. Pass. Play the Chancery. I just don't know if they're elves or if they're Stompy. It's probably Stompy. So we can use the foil as a way to counter the Savage Swipe. Looks like it's Stompy. Prismatic Strands is pretty good against this deck. Invader's okay. My plan here is to foil a Savage Swipe and then hold foil the next turn. Probably. I don't really want to double foil here and dump my hand. So we're just waiting on them to decide how they want to kill my faithful. Alright, that will get foiled. No, that doesn't matter, right? Cast Screen Spell. Okay, so they're gonna get it for 5. I can just snap this though. And then the enchantment goes away. So I'll have to hold this island in hand for the moment. Pass. Three mana. Poison Estivator again. My expectation is they have Hunger the Halpax. They'll attack, sacrifice a spawn, a Hunger, and then I can foil the Hunger, and then Deep Analysis. Because I can block, make them use it. We'll see what they do. Alright, they're moving kind of slow, thinking about everything. Move to combat. Alright. So this attack will tell me whether or not they have it, and they don't have it. So they could have Vines in hand. Okay, we can play out the Plains, or we can Deep Analysis right now. I think I'm just going to Deep Analysis. Prismatic Strands is pretty good. So we can foil, put the Strands in the yard. We'll just probably hold up Hardcast foil for a little while. And then we're going to try to work to a point where we can ephemerate for strands and lock them out. Plays another elephant guide. Okay. We'll block. This is where you have hunger. Yeah. Strands. And now we can snap and hardcast foil, and then cast deep analysis, and then flashback strands if necessary. They get to untap their creature. 3 cards in hand. We got a 12. Tap. So I guess snap that. They're gonna have vines. Or counter the vines. Okay. And they have 2 cards in hand. So that's gone for the moment. Tap, untap. We're going to cycle so that we don't draw into a land, basically. And deep analysis. Go to 12. Now we have Sunscape Familiar plus the Modern Age. We can discard the island on the next turn. Like that. We probably just tap Plains, Chancery, and then use the blue for the Modern Age. They play a River Boa. And nothing, so they have a Vines, or they're going to kick a Vines. No, they're just attacking and seeing what I do. Okay. We're looking for Ephemerate for Prismatic Strands, and then I think that would be it. Just wait till the opponent finally concedes. Play Nest Invader. Yep. Just yield to that as well. So let's get familiar. Cast the Modern Age. So now if we have a foil in hand, we can hard cast it with this. We're going to discard this. I'm going to evoke the Muldrifter. And then get it back with the Mire. And if we hit an Ephemerate, then we can just Ephemerate it, or snap it, or whatever. Okay, snap. Snap the Muldrifter. Now we don't have to put it in the yard, we can just play it, since we have a land drop still. Muldrifter on the table. Pass. There's another familiar. We're at 16 now. They have 3 cards in hand. Don't know any of them. They have a Rancor on the River Boa. So you're going to taking 4 a turn. We still have the strands though. Okay. Attacks, we go to 12. No problem. Draw a card and discard. So we're going to discard Alright, so we have infinite life here. Discard the island. Play familiar. The only thing that stops the combo here with the flicker is a foil, or I mean, vines. So we're looking for some way to get past that. We didn't find anything. Let's just play faithful. Just DA again. Another familiar. I'm going to play the Chancery and pick up an plains just for more blue sources. I wanted to play the floodplain, but I'm going to wait on that. If something goes horribly wrong, we can flicker Mancer to get foil, or we can flicker Mancer Muldrifter, get foil, pitch some stuff. I don't know if that's necessary. I'm just trying to look for an opening for infinite life now. And then the game will be over. Opponent has 3 cards in hand. So I'm expecting one of them is a vines, or playing around one of them being a vines. Anyway. Attacks that. Attacks with the river boa, puts him to 8. That is fine. We have a few instant speed ways to manage not dying to that. Alright, there's the ephemerate. Okay. So now we just ephemerate here. Get foil. And then we can also ephemerate for strands later, and then that's it. So we just attack for 2. Send. I'm gonna tap the Chancery just because I'm thinking maybe I'll just play the familiar. Draw 2. Let's draw 2 again. Play familiar. Present infinite life. Alright, they don't seem to care about the infinite life, which is fine. So we're just gonna go up a ways. There's F6. Play out a Modern Age. Discard planes. Play a Muldrifter. Now we'll go to discard again. We can discard the land, this, and this. And then we will foil with these cards. if we need to. I don't think we need to. So now they're on a 3-turn clock. We can play our other familiar, and then Muldrifter costs 1, which is nice. Play Burning Tree Emissary. Okay. Nest Invader. So they're going pretty wide, but it doesn't matter at this point. So we have the full setup. Quirion Ranger. Yep. So what's your last card? Let's see if they play it. Nettle Sentinel. Okay. So let's just go ahead and draw 2 for no reason. Draw 2. There's nothing that they can do now. Trying to think if I can get enough power to kill them. So 1, 2. Sorry. It gets confusing with the way the ephemerate works. You have to yield to the trigger and then go over here and click this. So we'll attack for 6, put them to 10, and then 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'd have to just snap them out and attack, which is probably takes longer than just attacking. Twice. Discard Strands. Play Familiar. Play Mortuary Play Muldrifter. Attack. Mancer, get snap. Pass. Discard, discard, discard. Now we can afford to just foil and then flicker for foil or just cast foil. Trying to just use, be very efficient here because I want to finish the match. Gets in for 4, nobody cares. And we will attack. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Take 8. Because I miscounted my my attacks, but that's fine. I'm glad that I got there over a couple of turns. So now I think Prohibit's decent. Kind of want to revoke Existence. I still think Foil as a catch-all is good. We can maybe cut 1 DA and submit it like that. Still just a few counters, but revoke Existence for the Vines of, or the Viridian Longbow. And Prohibit is a counter that I can use to stop their creatures and stuff without having to pitch so many cards. Okay, this is a pretty decent hand because we have Faithful into Preordain. The question is whether or not we are afraid of them having swipe on their turn 2, So I don't really want to get no value on the Faithful. And they could have swipe on their turn too, so I probably just preordain here. I don't want more lands. Maybe I should just keep foils so that I can protect my Faithfuls for free. That maybe would have been the correct play. I'm going to swing in. Hits me to 16. Plays Quirion Ranger. 2 cards in hand, so they're doing 5 a turn. We can snap the Nettle Sentinel and then go Faithful Preordain. So that's removing a bunch of power from the table. They could still play the Nettle Sentinel into a swipe, but it won't get in this turn. We have Faithful into Modern Age to gain 2. That's pretty nice. We're kind of looking for our strands now. So they have Nettle Sentinel Rancor. They play Scattershot Archer. Okay. So they can blast my Muldrifters with the Scattershot, I guess. It's an okay plan. Nettle Sentinel, so they have 1 card left after the Rancor. They're just not going to attack. We have a foil now. Pitch my Arcane-Mancer. So let's just ditch the foil. We can't cast it for free without destroying the hand. I want to go Island Mancer for Snap, and then hopefully Muldrifter in the next turn. Rancor's the Nettle Sentinel. Okay. Gonna get in. So they don't have swipe. Could have vines. We're just gonna block and make them have it, and then go to 0 in hand. They don't have it. We have another Faithful. Discard Strands. Hello. We're gonna grab Preordain here. Really good draw there. Nigh unbeatable draw with the Strands. Okay, 1 card in hand. They got a lot of forests. They're probably just flooding out. Untaps the creature, so they don't even have a green spell. They're just gonna get in for 4. We'll play a Faithful into Preordain, so we'll only take an effectively 1. They're gonna just attack with that. That's fine. No blocks from me. And they can deal 2 damage with the Quirion. And we have Ephemerate now. It is happening. Preordain. Let's go top, play this. I think I'm just gonna block. I think I'm gonna block. And then next turn, I'm going to Drifter Ephemerate, and they're gonna use their Scattershot, and I'll just flash back the Strands. Then they can use the Scattershot again. But I'll have gotten Drifter Ephemerate, so I draw 4 cards. Or I can Ephemerate Snap. Snap this. Draw some cards. Put this back up here. Pass. Scattershot Archer becoming annoying, so I had to get it off the table. Okay, what are you gonna do? Rancor. We're gaining so much a turn. I don't think the attacks matter now. I just need to get into a spot where I can start attacking on my own. So Ephemerate, get back Ephemerate. They do not have a Vines. Mancer, get back Snap, Island, snap this, and then Drifter Ephemerate. Pass. That's a disappointment, but it is what it is. Usually people would bring in Weather the Storm when they're trying to win by time, but opponent is down 6 minutes, so I don't really know why they're trying to accomplish it that way. I guess the thing is they can make life annoying. Scattershot, okay. Almost went for the Mole Drifter there. Get back Ephemerate. Now we have double Ephemerate. Play Mole Drift, play Familiar. First thing is attack. Look and see what we have on top. Ah, darn. I thought I had more. I thought I had another land drop there. Wasn't paying that much attention, I guess. Okay, Familiar. Ephemerate. Or just Ephemerate here. Draw some cards. Cast the Modern Age. Discard this. Do it again. Discard that. Alright, so now we have some power in the air. We can get past their Weather the Storm. They decided to do nothing. They didn't even play their Scattershot Archer. They're just waiting for me to try to do stuff. I'm gonna discard Barons. Discard Island, I think. Chancery. Pick up this. Ephemerate. Get back. Foil. Step 1 attack. Cast a Mole Drifter. I'll just discard the planes now. Okay, they're going to do nothing. Grab an island. Let's draw some cards. And then we will Modern Age. Discard this. Snap that. Snap that. So we can use Snap in response to the Rancor to get that off the table, and we can just counter their other stuff. They just do nothing. That's very strange. Discard this. Play this. All right. Discard Faithful, discard Floodplain, I guess. Or maybe just the island. I want to play the Floodplain next turn. They're up to 7 cards in hand. They're just going to continue to do nothing. It's like a soft concession, I guess. Hit you for 10. So now we have 10 in the air, 11, 12 power. So we just have to make sure that the board is clear, I guess. We're just countering all their stuff, trying to get so they only have to do one more turn. Plays Quirion Ranger. Okay. Just go snap on that. Snap on that. Attack you for 11. Do you have another Weather Storm? Nope. Oh, it was 1, 2, 4, 5, 11, 12. 12. I could have ephemerided. Whoops. Alright, see you in the next match. Round 3, we're versus Nagate, but we don't have white, and otherwise we're doing nothing. So we're going to mulligan. Okay, we're going to keep this. Probably put back the ephemerate. I don't want to foil on my first turn, but we potentially have foil deep analysis. Okay, they're Boros Bully. Alright. 8. 6. Foil could be good here for a stopping a rally of the peasants or something. But this is going to be a difficult matchup because it's going to come down to time. Gets in for 1. Could just be white Weenie. We don't know yet. It looks to be white Weenie or Boros. If we find, okay, a Faithful Plains and an island, I think this is fine. And we could potentially foil something here. So we can go Faithful into Deep Analysis. Block. There's a creature, if they're playing White Weenie, that draws cards, that one. So let's just counter that. So they can't draw a card. Then we'll play Faithful and Deep Analysis. So they are White Weenie, which is a little bit better. But, okay, Battle Screech. Because of this Lunarch Veteran, they're just going to be gaining so much life. It's going to be really frustrating. But we can try to eventually ignore the Lunarch Veteran. Just counter all the things that come down. To be prepared for a, okay, Floodplain. Just gain a lot more life. Discard the Floodplain. Discard the island. Play the Floodplain. We are turtling up. Plays Raffine's Informant. They discard a Strands. Yep. Gets in for 4. Now they get to get a 2/2 and draw a card. Plays a Steadfast Unicorn. Oh, that's kind of nice. Discard the Mancer for now. Cast the Modern Age. Flicker. We don't need the Flicker right now either. Let's just play the Familiar. So we are out of cards in hand. We're going to have a 2/3 flyer. It's got this on deck right now, so we can just give everything +1/+1 in Vigilance. I can block most of the stuff, but I can't block this. It's quite a bit of damage. Unicorn smashing in. Draw. I'm not paying that much attention to how much I can block, so hopefully I can. We're going to get back the Flicker. So this is 10 damage in the air. So I'm going to have to block the Raffine's Informant this turn. Block here. But I'm going to have a ton of life after this next turn. I could just Journey into Nowhere. That's not good. What's he going to take out? The Flyer? Mancer. Oh, we can't use the Steadfast Unicorn this turn, so I feel much safer. We can play the Arcane Mancer, and then we'll have Flicker, and then we'll be fine. It's going wider and wider and wider. Are you going to attack? And just let me eat your creature? I don't know. Yes. Okay. So try to kill the unicorn. Lock, 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 lock. So you have to use the strands. I take 4. Archaeomancer. We will get the preordain, I think. Play this land. Flicker. Gain some life. Pass. Now we can block the Fiend's Informant. And we can eat a bunch of the birds. Okay, they draw cards instead of trying to pump and attack. Plays Lunarch Veteran. Okay. Sacred Cat. No attacks, so we're going to just flicker for life. Draw. Preordain. Looking for a Mole Drifter. We didn't find it. Preordain again. Strands is pretty good. Top. So we're going to flicker for life. Cast the Modern Age, discard strands. Pass. So they may not have seen that I discarded the strands. They probably do. But they might not. We're going to try to get the Sacred Cats off the table if we can. Plays another Fiend's Informant. Just going to F6 here so I don't have to deal with the triggers. They're going to connive and discard something. Discards of planes. Still looking for a Mole Drifter and we found it. Cool. Send. They're going to take it. Evoke. Draw 2. We're going to flicker. Play an island. Snap this. Snap another one. Evoke the Mole Drifter. Who's the life gain deck? Flicker here. And here. So there's lots happening. No! I messed up. You messed up. Okay, we can't cast foil now because of that. We do have the prismatic strands, and we're at 50 life. So the plan is to just keep attacking in the air. Yeah, that's fine. I gotta yield to this. This one. All right, sweet. That was kind. I don't know if we need to make any changes here. Maybe foil is not the best. Let's think about it. Probably not. So we can bring in these two over the foil, and then maybe a revoke over the other foil. Or we can just try to have the two foils and then not have to hold up mana. Let's just do it this way. Revoke existence for the Journey to Nowhere, lose focus and prohibit. We're mostly just trying to tempo them, but we don't draw any lands. Why does this keep happening? Okay. I guess we'll bottom a familiar. This hand gets going on just one familiar. Oh my goodness. The good stuff. So we get to go familiar, snap, drifter, ephemerate. You love to see it. You really do. Snap the informant probably. Or snap a token. Maybe keeping the deep analysis was greedy. Play another Rafine's informant. So they're going wide. They're going pretty wide. Oh, okay. I thought maybe they'd have another Battle Screech. So what do I want to do here? I probably want to snap the informant over the bird token. Maybe not. Let's snap the token just to get it off the board. I'm worried that they have a pump spell this turn. Too bad we didn't leave a blue open, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so we just have to live. Guardian's Pledge gives them +3/+3. Or +2/+2. 4 mana. Representing Guardian's Pledge. So that's weird that they didn't attack with this one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Puts me to 1. I think I can go to 1. 3, 5, 6, 7, plus 8. 15. Go to 1. Okay. I should have seen that coming. Remosine Rally, you can just tap it for free. Okay. Darn. Try again. Unfortunate. That was pretty good. Keep. I like lands and cantrips. Bottom. Bottom. Now we have too many lands. No! What have I done? So I didn't play around double pump. I should have. Going to 1 was sketchy in the first place. Familiar. Pass. Sure you know where of. Damn. Problems. So let's thin a little. Oh, darn. Cycle. No. I'm gonna lose. Ha ha ha! Luxac. Okay. Discard floodplain. Okay. So they cannot pump this turn. Unless they have the other pledge thing. I think I have to not block. I'm afraid. One card in hand. They don't attack. I would not have blocked. They showed me a free spell. We're looking for... Okay, here's a Faithful. Preordain. Flicker is good. Bottom. Top. Land. Pass. I guess I discard the Deep Analysis. So sketchy. We can't actually kill any of their creatures if they pump. Ooh, I definitely want to counter that. What a huge, huge game having the prohibit there is. Them not being able to draw more hawks is just ginormous. They embalm it. Okay. Pass. Oh, we have strands. Can't really do anything here. I guess I just attack, deep analysis, hold the strands up. Familiar. It's pretty close now. We have 9 cards. I can play the familiar, attack, flicker. Let's see. This is 1, 2 cards out of my hand. I'll go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll flicker. I'll go to 6, go to 8, discard strands. I didn't think it was going to be this complicated, but it is. Now we can Arcane-Mancer for Ephemerate, and then Ephemerate for Flicker. And we have strands. The safety of strands. We would have won a lot faster if I had not taken that risk there. Okay, we're going to get this lifelinker off the table. Play Search Party Captain to draw a card. That makes sense. They only lost 1 creature and they got to get 1 back. They get their lifelinker on the table now. Draw. Familiar. So now we have the infinite life combo. Land. Mancer. Get Ephemerate. Ephemerate. Get back Flicker. First we're going to attack. Then Flicker. I'm going to go to like 24. And then once we find a snap, then it's GG's. All right. Discard DA. Could have discarded an island. I don't really need the extra island right now. So if they pump, they do pump, then we can start killing some of their stuff. We can actually just kill the unicorn, I think. Seems like the best plan. All right. We got it. See you in the next match. Round 4 versus Todu Alice. I'm okay with this keep because we're going to be pitching deep analysis, and then we can go from there on turn 3. Island. Miscreants. Alright, so now it's feeling a bit worse. We have to be able to resolve these modern ages. They're going to get in. They didn't draw land, so they're going to ninja right now. See if they draw land. It looks like they missed. Play this. We're going to discard the deep analysis. And what we would like to do is draw into something we can cast. It looks like they're going to attack and then hold up Spellstutter Sprite. So just cast the Modern Age, probably. No, they're not holding up Spellstutter Sprite. So we can preordain looking for a Faithful. If we find it, we'll play it. If we don't find it, we play Modern Age, discard Ash Barrens. Or discard Deep Analysis. So they are going to loot. Just looking for more lands. They discard a Snap. They must have more snaps in hand then. Cast of One Mind. So we're free to jam. Okay. Play Familiar. Play Modern Age. We'll discard the Prismatic Strands. That's pretty nice. So if they snap me right now, I'll just, I guess, flash back the strands. Get in. So I'm going to block. Prismatic Strands. Blue. Cast Miscreants. Okay, draw a card. Let's discard Deep Analysis. Cast the Modern Age. See if they counter it, and then if they do, we can Drifter Ephemerate. If they don't counter it, let's discard I guess the Preordain. Cast another Modern Age. See if they counter that. They do. Cycle. Grab an island. Play the island. Deep Analysis. Next turn we're going to have a bunch of, we're going to have flying blockers. We have Snap. They cast Of One Mind. Okay. Worried about a counter spell, unfortunately. We're at 13. We know they're playing mutagenics and snaps. 2 for 5. 5 damage is a lot of damage, though. I don't know if I can afford to block. Just let you loot one time. We go to 8. They discard a hacker, so they're holding up a counterspell. That's really weird for them to have discarded a hacker. Delver. Okay. So we get a creature. We draw, we discard. Discard the Ash Barrens. We're going to attempt to snap the Delver. Spellsorter Sprite. Alright, that's fine though, because we can now resolve Drifter Ephemerate. And then we will cast the Modern Age again. Discard the Chancery. Now we can afford to start blocking. Counterspell in hand. I'm 100% blocking here with the Vector Glider on the Insectile Aberration. Them considering not attacking means to me that they don't have Mutagenic in hand. They do have Counterspell and 3 unknowns. Miscreant. Pretty nice. Now they can hard cast Spellsorter Sprite to counter a Muldrifter. Or just Spellsorter Sprite counters Muldrifter straight up. Looking for foil, I guess. Draw a card. We're going to discard Strands again. I guess I'll try casting the Familiar. So we still have Drifter Ephemerate. They decide to not counter it. So we could draw into a foil here. Evoke. Spellsorter Sprite. Okay. I mean, that's kind of what I thought was going to happen. Evoke. Ephemerate. No Spell Pierce. Alright. We have Prismatic Strands on blue. We can block all of their Spellsorter Sprites so they can't rebuy them. They've got a counterspell in hand. We're going to just cast Prismatic Strands to stop this card draw. They're going to counterspell. Spell Pierce. That is really strange. Okay, so they didn't have Spell Pierce last turn, but they had Spell Pierce this turn. And they're going to draw a card. Oh no, now all their sprites died. That's fine with them, I guess. Cast Miscreant. They definitely can't win now. So that was a pretty good exchange, I think. Draw. We have 2 Ephemeris. Faithful. We do have a snap. Arcanemancer. Ephemerate. And we win. Just having so many flyers is great. Really nice. The question is, do we want to try to strands them again or just bring in Prohibit? Don't really have any other answers. Prohibit is really good, obviously. I think Loose Focus is pretty good. The strands was decent with the foil. I think I'd want to just get rid of those though. Or we could go like this. Maybe that's a good play. 1 strands. Basically, versus mono blue, you just want to set up blockers. Just continuously set up blockers. We're on the draw. Snap is pretty good. If they play Big Ninja, we can snap it. Fairy Seer. We'll be able to discard Deep Analysis to hand size. Alright, let's see what they do. They attempted to ninjutsu before they even started attacking. Oh, they just do nothing? Okay. Delver? Double Delver? Play Faithful. Chancery. Pick up this. So, flips to mutagenic. They've got 7 power. Jeesh. Land. Mutagenic, 2 unknowns. We take 7. Deep Analysis. The question here is, how am I going to try to manage this? And I think I'm going to try to snap here. Gain a life, make them do something. Nothing. Okay. Interesting. Snap the other one. Take 4. I know they have mutagenic. Snap this. So they did have a ninja the whole time. They just decided to go Delver. I guess because they had it set up. Island. Lazy Island. Fairy Seer, Ninja in hand, and what? Muta? Yeah. Ninja mutagenic in hand. They're scrying with the Fairy Seer, so they're probably going to flip their Delver. Yeah, looks like they are planning to flip it. Unless they want a Ninja right now. I'd be surprised to see a double Muta. But they haven't. So they have Ninja in hand and something else. We're going to slam our Muldrifter here. Mortuary Mire, Ephemerate. They are going to flip. Oh, they have Counterspell? Okay, so it's over. Sad. I think maybe I kept too slow of a hand. Okay, we're on the play. Mulligan. I'm gonna keep. This is interesting. Mortuary Mire can evoke the Drifter and get it back. Deep Analysis is pretty slow. Snap is good. I'm gonna get rid of the Mortuary Mire here. Fortunately. They went to 6 as well. Keep 6. Land. So if we can draw into the Modern Age, that would be probably the best draw at the moment. Or a Familiar. They went bottom top, looking for their land. Snap. We're going to plan on snapping the Ninja. Yeah, so this is a time walk for us. Which is big in this matchup. I'm going to draw 2. Try to get ahead on cards. We found a Modern Age, so we have Modern Age plus Deep Analysis, which is pretty awesome. They accidentally skipped their turn. I can dig it. Deep Analysis. Playing Deep Analysis here because they could have Counterspell. So that was a double time walk on accident. And now we get to see the point where we can snap a Spellsetter sprite. So we can play Familiar. They sprite it. We snap the Fairy Seer. Then the Familiar resolves. Land. Familiar. Counterspell. Let's preordain. Top. Play Modern Age, discard Deep Analysis. They used their Counterspell already, so it's possible they don't have one for the Muldrifter. So they're still going to cost them 2 mana to play out the Ninja. And if they want to play the Fairy Seer after, they'll only have 1 mana open. I can snap and then play the Muldrifter. So I did it this way because I'm not playing the land first. They have a counter spell. It's okay. I go Drifter Ephemerate. They're gonna get in for 1 or 2 damage and a card. They snap the Muldrifter. Yeah, that happens. Play Fairy Seer. I lose my Ephemerate. And then they have 2 mana open, 1 mana open, or they have a counterspell mana, but it'd be surprising if they had 3 in the top 15. They know I have the Muldrifter. I have 6 mana on board. Now I get a 2/3. We're gonna try Preordain. Faithful. So bottom, top. Let's go ahead and cast the Muldrifter. See if that resolves. It does. Okay, so now I don't think I want to cast the Faithful this turn into the Spellstutter Sprite. And I'm going to plan on doing whatever I can to kill the ninja. Just block with both. Snap. You have another snap in hand? That'd be kind of ridiculous. I'm waiting for it. What do you think I have? Like Ephemerate? Faithful is how I win eventually this match, because I can gain enough life to not die. Just waiting on the opponent. Okay. Snap, snap. Snap-a-doo. Little do they know I have snaps as well. So they ninja. Four. Sucks. Okay. Didn't I have foils in my deck? Come on. Familiar. Okay. Play the familiar. Snap the Fairy Seer. Okay, perfect. Familiar resolves. Now we can go Faithful. Modern Age. discard Barrens, land, cast Mulldrifter. Hopefully draw into a foil and they don't have Force Spike. Did not draw foil. We're gonna go block, block, block. Or maybe block, block, block. Yeah, if they're gonna mute, I probably want them to kill a familiar instead of the faithful. They drew 3 of their snaps so far. We've drawn 3 of our snaps. Nice. Well, we've seen 11 more cards. Kill that. Block. Block. Decides to kill the faithful. Okay. So you lose your Spellsorter Sprite. Decides to save both. Okay. That was a lot. Okay. Draw a card. Discard the planes. Mortuary Mire. Get back Faithful. Cast Mulldrifter. You have 2 cards in hand. I have 2 Faithfuls. Hey-oh. Faithful. My 0-4 buddy. Faithful. Alright. Here he is to save the day. Actually, it's a lady. It's a lady. Here she is to save the day. Okay, block. Block. No mutagenic. Interesting. I thought you would have it. That was quite a turn. So now we're going to have 3 creatures. There are 3 creatures. We can play Chancery to pick up the Mortuary Mire, play Mulldrifter again. We can also Archaeomancer for Snap or something. And we have Ephemerate and Archaeomancer available. Still haven't drawn a foil. Plays Fairy Seer. They discarded a Delver. I went bottom top. Cast of 1 mind, so they get to draw the 1 card. They drew an island, I guess. And something else. There's the foil. Now we can do stuff. So let's Drifter Ephemerate. We can hardcast the foil. We don't have to do fancy stuff. Ephemerate the Drifter. I mean, I kind of want to do stuff. Let's discard. Let's go ahead and foil your Spellsorter Sprite. Nice. Okay. Faithful. Archaeomancer. Get back foil. Pretty sick. That's going to be the games. Woohoo! See you in the last match. Round 5, let's go. Versus Dianus. We have some stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be wanting to foil anything right away, but we do have the option. So we're going to look for a Deep Analysis or a Prismatic Strands off the Preordained. Island, Preordained. Faithful, bottom the island. Faithfuls are always welcome. Except for versus hard control decks, then it's not so great. Alright, definitely want it in this position. I don't think I can foil at this juncture. I don't know what they're up to, which is scary. Faithful, preordained. We can pitch 2 lands if something crazy happens, like a Kiln Fiend. Red, white. I don't know what's happening. Red, white, Swift Spear. Ancestral Anger. Okay. 3/3. So we cannot afford to block now. Could have some instant off of the plains. Okay. +1/+1. Okay, fine. Familiar. Land. Modern Age. Discard. Barons. We have hardcast foil on our next turn if we just wait. Or we have to do something now. So he's playing like red, white, prowess, tribe nonsense. Which is fine. I mean, we could find a snap at some point. Armor. That's annoying. I guess that's gonna be a lot of damage. 6 damage. Oh my god. Okay, 7, 8 damage. 9 damage. Okay, well, that fixes all my problems. Faithful. Snap. I should have probably snapped first. Mistakes were made. Oh god. Oh no. Whew. Scary. Okay. So it's like red, white, heroic stuff. Let's just counter the Swift Spear. No more Swift Spears. Do we have to counter? They're on 3 cards in hand. Lagona Gang. Swift. Red, white, heroic. Not the greatest. Grab an island, play the island. Pass. Oh, come on. Darn flashback spells. Counter. We can block the Swift Spear. We just need a couple of spells together. Just chain a couple of spells and we'll be good. Didn't want to counter Sentinel's Blessing. Oh, come on. Pass. Sentinel's Eyes. Because he could just catch it back from the graveyard. Solid Footing kills me right now if he has it. Anger. 4/3. So that's 8 damage. I think I'm just going to block here with the Vector Glider. Nothing. So this campus lets him scry for 4 mana. Let's grab an island. Darn. Okay, pass. We can block an Ephemerate. I probably should have played a land. But if I draw a Modern Age, I'm going to want to have not played the land. Oh, do that. Blah. Uncool. So we have to block here with the Familiar, I guess, and then block, Ephemerate. Take 2. Okay, that's a start. Go to 4. We still need a snap or something. Faithful. We still have to just block with the Faithful and sack him. Drawn 3 Angers. Okay. Go to 3. Draw 2 cards. I get to keep the best one. You're kidding? Okay. That sucked. So, I don't think I want the foil. I don't know if Prismatic Strands is good enough or not. Probably is. We can get rid of 1 Deep Analysis. Get rid of 1 Strands. That was sad. Choose so many lands. Okay. I don't think this is good enough, but I don't really have any other options. Like, going lower is going to be really bad. I have the Faithful, and then I have Chancery, and I can evoke the Muldrifter. I can block for a couple of turns. Turn 1 Faithful, turn 2 nothing, turn 3 evoke Muldrifter. That darn Ginger Brute. Okay, another Faithful's happy to see that. It's pretty good. Evoke the Muldrifter. If I get a snap, that would be sick because I could snap and then play Arcane Mancer, get back snap. With Mountain open, I'm afraid to block because I'm afraid of a Lightning Bolt on the Faithful. Sentinel's Eyes. Okay. No big deal, it just gives it unblockable. Sure. Draw 2. Preordain. So we gain that life back. What are you going to do? Just keep making everything huge? Land. And it's going to be probably Ephemerate, or not Ephemerate, probably Ethereal Armor, make it unblockable, swing for 5, or whatever. Ethereal Armor is like, no, that would make it 4/4. Solid Footing. Really loves this tribe stuff. Gets in for 3. Come on, Snap. Found it. Chancery. This. Snap. Untap, untap. Chant. Mancer, get back, Snap. Preordain. Okay, that's it. That's the game. Very nice. We can just flicker Snap. And then we have... can also flicker for Prohibit. But they could have a removal spell, I guess. Gingerbrute back. Snap with a Chancery is just like so good. It's one of the best parts of this deck. You just snap things and then always get stuff back. It's great. Homestead Courage. A block. Holding up Pyroblast. Land. Snap. Answer. I think we are just going to counter. Get back the counter. Attack. I feel like you should play Pyroblast in this deck because you could Pyroblast your own Laguna Gang to give it a counter. Now they can Sentinel's Eyes. Or Homestead Courage and Sentinel's Eyes. No, just maybe both. So if they have Pyroblast, they kind of have to do it right now. Okay, well, unfortunately for opponent, we are going to get it. We got there. On to the next. If they're all in on Gingerbrute, maybe Prismatic Strands isn't quite as good. I don't know. It's really tough to say. I didn't bring in a Revoke Existence before, but I probably do need that. So let's just try that. We have a bunch of Hydras. We found an unkeepable one-lander. Mulligan. Keepable. Put back the plains. Again, we're just looking for snaps. Like basically the best way to beat the heroic. Oh, come on. You're just gonna turn to me? No way. Don't do it. Bottom. Top. Don't do it. Come on. You're just gonna turn to me. I mean, I didn't really have a chance here. But at least you get to see the fun jank work. I just don't know if this is a good enough deck, but we're dead. We're not dead. How am I not dead? Maybe I made a mistake. Inside Out. Still not lethal. We have to find some way of dealing with this. Bottom. Just can't win against. I mean, so now it's 3 plus 4 times 4 is 16. Yeah, so we just lose. Okay. Fun times. Easy game. So I don't know what to say about that. That was really strange. We just got creamed by Kuldotha, and then we lost in the end to the other just wacko heroic deck. You know, people are playing funky things, but we beat a bunch of other stuff, and I thought it went pretty well overall. I do like this deck. I think foil is pretty good, and thanks for checking it out. Have an awesome day.